Hello students, today we are going to do the reported speech. It is also known as direct and indirect speech. Now it's a very important part of your grammar. Now what is reported speech? So first of all, let's learn about reporting. What is reporting? Reporting means to tell whatever has happened at one place and to just let it spread it to someone else, or give the knowledge about something that has happened at one place to another, to another person. Now in reporting, reported speech, what happens? Whatever someone has spoken, you are reporting it to someone else, or somebody is reporting it to someone else. So that's reported speech, or it is also known as narration. Okay, direct and indirect narration, it is also called, because you are narrating whatever has happened at one place or said by someone else to another person. Okay, now look at the following sentence. Ritu said, I have a pen. Now I am reporting whatever Ritu has said. Now when you look at this sentence, my dear children, you find that there are two parts of this sentence. Ritu said is one part and I have a pen is another part. So Ritu said will be one clause, I have a pen will be another clause. Clauses we have already discussed. You can check the other video on clauses, and then you can revise clauses from another video which is there. Now in this video we will focus on reported speech. Now there are two parts of this sentence because it is a complex sentence. I can also speak it like this. Ritu said that she had a pen. Now let's see. In this sentence there will be two parts. As I said, one clause is the reporting clause, another one is the reported speech. So now let's see what happens. What is reporting verb and what is reported speech? When a verb in one clause reports what has been said by some speaker in another clause, the verb in the first clause is called the reporting verb, and what is said in the second clause is called the reported speech. So now let's see the example. My father said it is time to go away. Now reporting verb is said because that's the part of the reporting clause, and then there is the reported speech. Okay, another part of the sentence. Direct speech or direct narration. What is direct speech? When the reported speech repeats the actual words, that is called the direct speech. So this kind of speech you have seen in the drama, plays that you have read, and also in the stories. How is it displayed? Sheila said, I have a pet parrot. So there is a comma and inverted comma, and the whatever is spoken has been given in the inverted commas. And I have a pet parrot, that's the actual words of the speaker. Okay, and who is the speaker? Sheila is the speaker. Ravi said, I went to market yesterday. The teacher said, have you completed your work? All these are examples of direct narration, and the prominent features of direct narration will be comma, inverted commas, and the actual words of the speaker. Now this kind of direct narration you have seen in the stories that you read, okay, where dialogues are given, and then also in the play. So there in the play is a different way of writing. The name of the speaker is given, and then there is a colon, and then the words are given. Okay, now let's see indirect narration or indirect speech. When the reported speech gives the substance of the words used by the speaker and not the actual words, this is called indirect speech. Examples. Sheila said that she had a pet parrot. So when you match it with the previous sentence, it was Sheila said, comma, inverted comma, I have a pet parrot. However, when we change it into indirect speech, we change some words. Okay, first of all, or certain features. First of all, comma and inverted comma has been removed. That has been used. Also, instead of I, she we have used. Instead of have, had has been used, and then we have made this sentence into indirect speech. Okay. Ravi said that he had gone to market the day before. The teacher asked if they had completed the work. Now, there are certain rules, my dear children, certain rules that we need to follow when we change a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Now, let's see what is the rule. Rule number 1. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech must be changed to one or other of the four forms of past tense. What are the four forms of the past tense or present tense or future tense? There are four parts of or four forms of every tense. Okay, so simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So whenever the reporting verb is in the past tense, you have to change the reported speech into past tense too. So let's see the examples. He said, "The man shall come." He said that the man should come. He said, "The man will come." He said that the man would come. Sam said, "I like the bags." Sam said that he liked the bags. Rule 2. If the reporting verb is a present or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed at all. Now, my dear children, tense is not changed. However, other things, for example, the pronoun will change in the reported speech if the verb is in present or future tense. Which verb? The reporting verb. Okay, so let's see the examples. He has told you I'm coming. He has told you that he is coming. He says to his friend, "I have been reading." He says to his friend that he has been reading. He will say, "You have spoken falsely." He will say that I have spoken falsely. He will say the boy was lazy. He will say that the boy was lazy. Okay, no change because it is in the future tense, the reporting verb. Kinds of sentences in the reported speech. Now let's see the kinds of sentences that are there in the reported speech. There can be four kinds of sentences in the reported speech: assertive or declarative sentences, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. Assertive or declarative sentences can be of two types. So let's see the example. Positive. For example, Meera said, "I can cook very well." Meera said that she could cook very well. Or it can be negative also. For example, Meera said, "I cannot cook." Meera said that she could not cook. Changing declarative sentences from direct to indirect speech. The teacher said to her students, "There will be an inspection of the whole class." The teacher told her students that there would be an inspection of the whole class. You can see the changes, my dear children. Will has been changed into would, commas removed, that has been used, etc. Why? Why will was changed into would? Because of the reporting verb which is in the past tense. Okay, we can also change the reporting verb. Instead of saying said to her students, we can write told her students. The child said to her father, "I won the gold medal." The child told her father that she had won the gold medal. Imperative sentences in reported speech. Now, what are imperative sentences? Commands, orders, suggestions, etc. The teacher said to Piyush, "Open the windows." The teacher ordered Piyush to open the windows. The doctor said to Mr. Mathur, "Walk for 30 minutes every day." The doctor advised Mr. Mathur to walk for 30 minutes every day. Interrogative sentences in reported speech. Yes/no questions. Maya said to her sister, "Have you written this letter?" Maya asked her sister whether she had written that letter. Now, children, as you know, interrogative sentences are of uh, uh, three kinds basically, or you can also add the fourth one, a fourth kind. Let me tell you which are those kinds. So, yes no questions, WH questions, question tags which will be treated as yes no questions, and then there is a rhetorical question which is something which is your homework, you have to find out. Okay, rhetorical questions, it is used in speeches when ministers or anybody, it's a big part of oration. Okay, so that's the hint I have given. Shobit asked his friend, may I take your car for a day? Shobit asked his friend if he might take his car for a day. So these are all yes no questions. Sarla asked her son, did you attend your online classes today? Sarla asked her son if he had attended his online classes that day. So you can see, my dear students, instead of that we are using whether or if. Miss Kiran asked Miss Sudha, did you have your breakfast? Miss Kiran asked Miss Sudha if she had had her breakfast. Let's talk about interrogative sentences in reported speech which are question tags. Supriya said to her friend, you have taken my book, haven't you? Supriya asked her friend if she had taken her book. As I said, question tags will be treated as yes no questions. Maya said to her sister, you didn't write this letter, did you? Maya asked her sister if she had written that letter. Mr. Ashok asked Miss Mala, you have read this book, haven't you? Mr. Ashok asked Mala if she had read that book. Let's talk about interrogative sentences in reported speech which are WH questions. Okay, so WH questions will be like, Nitish asked his friend, how are you? Nitish asked his friend how he was. Madhu said to the man, what is your name? Madhu asked the man what his name was. Gaurav said to his father, where are you? Gaurav asked his father where he was. Exclamatory sentences in reported speech. Jackson said, alas, my house has been destroyed in the floods. Jackson exclaimed with sorrow that his house had been destroyed in the floods. Now, my dear children, exclamatory sentences, exclamation is strong feelings. So, you have to also add that strong feelings. For example, Jackson said, alas, my house had been destroyed in the floods. Jackson exclaimed with sorrow. Okay, it's a strong feeling, you have to narrate that. Exclaimed with sorrow that his house had been destroyed in the floods. Isaac said, hurrah, we won the race. Isaac exclaimed with joy that he had won the race. Julian said, what a lovely dress. Julian exclaimed that it was a lovely dress. Now let's have some more examples. Elvis said to Doris, good morning, how are you? Elvis wished Doris good morning and asked how she was. So there are two kinds of sentences in one. Okay, and how you have to change that. This example tells you about it. Doris said, I'm very well, thank you. Can you guess how it can be changed into indirect speech, my dear children? Doris thanked him and replied that she was very well. Peter said to Rakesh, you speak very good English. Do you speak any other language? Peter told Rakesh that he spoke very good English and inquired if he spoke any other language. So children, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Maybe I'll make a video of some other rules that are used for direct and indirect speech. If you want them, you can comment. Thank you so much, and